And, man, very excited to welcome in Damon Arnette to the Raiders Training Camp podcast. And, Damon, man, first off, thanks for hanging out with us. And we were talking before we started rolling, and you were saying how nice it was to see fans the other day when we were at Allegiant Stadium for that open practice. And one thing that you said that really stuck with me is, like, that was the first time you've really seen Raiders fans, which is crazy to think about.
Mm-hmm.
How nice was it to kind of have that energy and feel that kind of passion in the building?
Nah, it was great for real because I'm just now starting to see the type of energy Raiders fans is be coming with. I had a signing in Arizona. That was like my first time seeing like Raiders fans in person, like a group of 'em. Oh yeah, and it was just I met people that was in the black hole, this, that, and the third, and they bring that energy. I feel like I fit in with them, you know. I feel like I got to turn my energy up now.
That's cool. And that's what I was going to ask. Like, I mean, you played obviously at Ohio State, like, you know, crazy fans there as well. Like, what does that do for you guys when you've got just like, I mean, that home field advantage, obviously, but just the craziness of those fans? Like, how much more fired up does that make you to play in front of those people?
Yeah, because when it's like when you know people out there rooting for you so hard and will ride about you and don't even know you and let somebody else talk bad about the Raiders in front of them, they gonna smack them or something. It's like when you know you got a whole bunch of fans like that out there, that like kind of is on your list of people you don't want to let down for real. You know what I'm saying? Like just subconsciously, it probably might not be in the front of your mind, but you don't never wanna let the people down that are like rooting for you, you know.
And especially as a defensive player, right? Where I'm sure Derek and Josh and those guys, they want to quiet in Allegiant Stadium. But you on the defensive side of the football, like I imagine the louder and crazier and more passion-filled that place is, the better for all you guys.
Oh yeah, that's what I feed off of. I feed off the noise. I feed off the energy of both fans. You know what I'm saying? The bad noise, the good noise, everything. I just need the energy.
I bet, man. And I'm curious, too. Obviously, you got Gus coming into town, new defense here. What are some of the things you like about his scheme and kind of what you've been working with here?
It just allows us to play with more vision on the quarterback. Allows us, we're not doing a lot of thinking out there. It's just more reaction and playing football and just running fast.
You look back at last year, and there were so many parts of the year that were such a challenge for so many people, right? Football, non-football. The world just had a really tough 2020. But when you look at Damon Arnette in 2021, what's the biggest difference for you just as a dude, as a football player entering year 2 now as a pro?
So one, I'm like 22 pounds heavier. I'm under. We have a vet in the room, Casey. He has shown me and told me a lot of things that I haven't been shown or told before, just on like a big bro level of being in the league. We have a unit room that has a bond now. The team has a stronger bond. And just me, like I said, feeding off of that, and I have teammates and coaches who never gave up on me, and that like provided me with more strength and mental toughness and just a whole lot of things. I ain't got no cast on my hand. I'm healthy, you know. So it's just, I feel like this is year 1 for real.
You put on 22 pounds, Dave.
Yeah.
I mean, one, how do you go about doing that? And secondly, what's kind of the thought process behind doing that?
So when I got drafted, I was like around 195. During camp though, I was like 170. So I just dropped, and it was hard to get back up while playing and lifestyle and just things I should have been more locked in. And I just used the circumstances as like an excuse to slip, you know, and but I'm back, right? Like I said, from all the support with my coaches, my family, my teammates, and everything like that. This year 1.
Yeah, and I want to stick on that because 22 pounds, like that's a lot. Were you on that like seafood, eat food diet with Henry Ruggs? Like you guys hitting up the buffets or what?
So I it was kind of, I was just lifting. I was eating regular, but because I ain't lift. I wasn't lifting. I was like, man, my calf, like I got this big ass cast on my wrist. Then I broke my thumb I was like, bro, I can't. Only thing I could do was bands, and then I had a whole cast at Ohio State the year before that whole year, so I couldn't lift for real. Then it was all nothing but bands for 2 years. And then the off-season program wasn't really no off-season program, and I wasn't lifting. I was just running, making sure I was in shape. So by the time we had to check in for camp, I was real light, and then caught COVID. I had to get surgery, 2 concussions. It was a crazy year.
Yeah, I mean, so kind of with that, I mean, how much more do you feel like Damon Arnette, like you're yourself again?
Yeah, 100,000%. I don't even remember last year I got to watch film to remember it.
I mean, you talk about this being year one. I mean, it really does sound like this is the Damon Arnette that we expected to see a year ago. Like the fact that you haven't been able to lift in 2 years, the fact that you're healthy, the fact that you don't have these casts all in your hands. I mean, as a DB, you must almost just feel like kind of liberated a little bit.
It's so, you know how hard it is to try to tackle with one arm or like
Yeah,
or try to play press man with one hand. Like that is hard. But it's being a competitor, you don't look at your disadvantages for real. When you can't complete something, you just be like, you know what I'm saying? You don't take into consideration that you off balance. You know what I mean? Like, but like we said, this year gonna be an exciting year.
Yeah, and you know, so obviously we got Netway back. Like, you know, you're back and better than ever. I'm curious. You mentioned Casey Hayward a bit. What has he done for you in your game in terms of maybe how you see the game and things like that? Like, what kind of things have he provided to you?
Just knowledge about each play, meaning just certain things to look out for, just how to carry yourself as a professional in the building, outside the building, tricks on formations and things like that. Just like on the fly though, he'll just point out 1 or 2 things that may or may not help, but just knowing it, you just feel like you understand the game more, you know.
Just wrapping up here with the new and improved Damon Arnette, the Damon Arnette
Yeah.
we were supposed to see a year ago.
Yeah.
Damon, we know over the next 3 weeks, for this course of this preseason, it remains to be seen how much we're actually going to see you play. But what do you want to take out of these preseason games?
Oh, I want to go get some good tackles in. You know what I'm saying? I want to use my right hand a little bit, just on some full speed reps, just to, and also just to see certain situations where last year I would have just ran up and threw my stuff in there, seeing those same situations and then just handling it differently, taking a different approach to it. Something that I should have did last year. So just putting myself in similar situations as last year that I got hurt on or didn't complete the task or whatever, just so I can start feeling better about myself.
Yeah, and then obviously we're hoping we see the best version of Damon Arnette in 2021.
Sure.
Damon, hey, most importantly, I'm glad that you're safe. I'm glad that you're healthy. I'm glad that we're going to get to see the Damon Arnette that we've really been expecting to see now for a while. So thank you for hanging out with us. I know this is super last minute, and good luck on Saturday.
Hey, I appreciate you guys, man.